Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the ACL 5K series. I'm Meister, joined by Vector, and we're entering into our best of 5 series stage of this competition. Exciting matchup coming your way. It's the Faction AU taking on 4N Sanctum. Now, we unfortunately couldn't get into the previous match for map number 3 due to some technical issues. However, we have a little bit of a breakdown of how it went through. Vector, care to take us through it?
Yeah, well, it was actually a great match. Integral were up 5-1 on Drift, doing brilliantly, and then the Sanctum came back and won 6-5, winning 5 rounds in a row to make it through to the 3rd round so far. So great, they're on a high right now. They should be on top, and I'm really hoping they can get through this one.
So am I, and I mean, they're up against the Faction AU, who were the seeded team coming in first. So they were the only team in this competition to actually have a bye in round number 1. They're in round 2, and you know they played a pretty good game in there to make it up to this round as well. So they've played well so far, and of course they're not using their core lineup either. They're using Buzzin, who is a definitely formidable player in his own right, joining the squad of the Faction just for this competition. But I mean, I'm excited for this, and especially since 4N played extremely well on the hardpoint game in the last 2 series that we have seen them play. I'm excited to see how map number 1 pans out itself.
Yeah, well, it should be a great match. Hardpoint is always a great one to watch. I love seeing it start off that way. We always get some great action to start. We always know who the team favorite is after that game, because it's either very close, and you know it's going to be a close series, or it's always one-sided. Yeah,
and I mean, with that, these games, being a best of 5 series, will be a hardpoint retreat followed by search and destroy biolab, then an uplink on comeback. Now, if needed, we'll be seeing then a capture the flag and then a final search and destroy. However, I do need to ask you this before we get into those final 2 maps. Are you seeing a 5-game series, or are you thinking things will just go on through to be, 3-0?
Well, Sanctum's always seemed to be a very good hardpoint team. They were a bit unlucky against Integral there with a player dropping out. But if they can all stay in and work together as a team, I don't know how they're going to go with the Faction. They both have got a great hardpoint team, but I definitely think Sanctum, from the form we've seen, do look on top for hardpoint, definitely. But we're just going to have to wait and see. I reckon it's going to be a 4-game series.
4-game series? In which way?
I'm picking Sanctum so much, but right now, because they've done so well, but you never know.
I mean, this series is definitely important. Not only that, but the entire competition itself, because it is the last chance for players to earn crucial seeding points for ACL Brisbane at the end of the month, May 30th and 31st. As you can see on your screen, the best teams in ANZ coming together to compete in that competition, of course, in Brisbane, Australia. Now, I'm excited for that. I'm going to be there. You're going to be there for your first live event. How does that feel?
Yeah, it's a great experience. I'm really looking forward to seeing how the live event goes. I'm hoping it's going to be just like these ones where we get some great matches and see how we go.
Not only that, of course, ACL Sydney was announced for June 28th and 29th. If you have been living under a rock, be sure to check out all the information, aclpro.com.au. And of course, this wouldn't be possible without our sponsors, Astro and BenQ. But I do think it is finally ready for some more Call of Duty action here, Vector, between these 2 teams. The team of the Faction and 4N Sanctum coming right now is Hardpoint Retreat. Who should we jump aboard with first?
Yeah, I really want to see how Lucas starts off this one here. I think he's going to jump through. It looks like he's got the ASM1 here with a cool-looking camo running down the left side. Looks like that they're going to have some action down the right-hand side here. Looks like Lucas is going to be by himself running through the middle here. Going to throw 2 stuns out. Hopefully, he's going to see a player going to get cut down just at the end there. And right now, it's pretty close right now. But they just want to keep on top right now.
They definitely do.
All the time.
Exactly. I mean, you can't say it enough because of the fact of how intense this game actually will be. And you do notice the 4N squad open up with a nice 3-piece there. Carry, I'm still on his screen. He's on a 6 streak. We've seen him pick off 6 kills for himself right here. Still 16 and counting to 9 points from the team of TF right now. Carry just trying to stay alive. He's going to be having a couple players going to contest him. He's just hiding behind the chairs here. Nimble picking off 3 kills as well. They've opened up to a great start, and we can see why they have done so in every single hardpoint game this competition.
Yeah, Carry right here, getting cut down just at this point, but Jaxie waiting right at the top there. Looks like they're going to get the quick rotation, get the end points right here. It looks like that we have Sanctum right on top. Blue rushing through here, trying to get a few players, going to get 1 pick, and they're going to get taken down right at the end. So let's jump on with Nimble, trying to hold on to this hardpoint, and it's really in favor of Sanctum.
It is 43 points to 12 right now. Of course, a little bit of a break between these teams since they last played their match, but it does seem like they're warming up fairly quickly. With the factions still look a little bit rusty right now. You see Blue and Swifty, they're going to be in this hard point. Now make that just Blue as he's left all alone as his teammates try to go from that spawn to try and assist. He's going to get taken down as well, but Luca is there to maybe make some magic happen as he'll be able to get a couple of shots in. There we go, picking off the kill there as he actually makes a double kill. Swifty will pick off an assist and Buzzin picks off the fourth, but there we go, a little bit of friendly fire just to add insult to injury.
Yeah, so we can see that the faction are coming back, and it's doing a great job. Carry getting a two-piece to break back into this hard point here. He's going to have one more player to deal with. He's going to get him before being taken down by Blue. And it is a 10-point game right now. They're going to get a rotation, and it looks like that Jazzy is just going to wait outside the hard point, going to take one person, going to get cut down right at the end, almost taking out the player. Nimble get taken down as well, and it seems like the faction have this hard point locked down right now.
It definitely seems like they do, as you are seeing, of course, Wanted on your screens. Pick off a nice kill there to shut down Buzzin. Luca will take down Jay-Z, and Swifty and Blue also pick off kills. So that was a nice team progressive down there for them. And you notice from the scoreline, they have been catching back up on that scoreboard as well. So now it's all tied up, and the faction now take the lead. Luca just getting over onto this lobby side, just holding really down the fort. His teammates now coming in for a little bit of an assist, and you see them now picking off kills. Both sides will be dropping, but the kill feed's lighting up a little bit more red than it is blue.
Yeah, well, you can see that the Sanctum are trying to break in. Jazzy just sitting behind, not being able to hold it back. It is still contested. Looks like that the faction have taken the early taken the scrap points right now, waiting for the early rotation. Blue waiting for it, not being able to take it, and it looks like that Sanctum have got the early rotation for the, as I say, that the faction do. They broke back into it, and right now, it's anybody's game, still in it, but right now, the faction do have that early rotation, and it's down to Sanctum to try and break back in.
It really is, and I mean 6 minutes 40 still on the clock here, 45 seconds in this hard point, still a baby hard point in its own regard. Luca going to be pushing out for a moment to finish off that kill. You notice the only speck of blue right now is coming out of Luca as he contests for more players, but he will get shut down on the third player that he sees. Nibble tries to go into this hard point, he'll get shut down as well. Blue and Swifty here in this one. Blue picks off one, Swifty takes out another. Buzzin also picks off third. Blue will get shut down, but Swifty is looking for vengeance. He won't be able to get it. Luca gets shut down as well. A nice team down there from the team of 4N Sanctum, and it seemed like it was mostly from Nimble.
Yeah, Sanctum did a great job breaking back into it this point in time. 30 points within it right now. It looks like the faction are grabbing a few extra scrap points before rotating back to the next hard point. Luca gets taken down. Jazzy and Wanted getting the exit frags just there right at the end. So, 35 points, still anybody's game, 5 minutes in. Very, very close. Points aren't flowing right now, so we'll just have to see.
Yeah, and it does seem like we'll be seeing, of course, the guys from from the faction with using Mindfreak Buzzin as a substitute. You know, I was on board with him. He was going to be pushing on forward, and he, you know, unfortunately got taken down. So I was going to use a little bit of a lead up to describe this combination with Buzzin in the faction, which got me tongue-tied for one, and then he sort of died. So it kind of ruined the moment. Yeah,
well, right now you can see that we've just got the team of Sanctum just holding down this last hard point before it goes back to the center here. So right now, Sanctum coming back into this one, only 6 points in it. It does look like that the faction are trying to break back in, as I say it. Buzzo getting taken down there at the end by Wanted. Jay-Z breaking back in favor of Sanctum right now, but you never count out the faction. They've shown a great point, and at this point, 3 points in it, going back to the next hard point.
Does seem to be the case. A little bit of connection issue. It does seem, I'm going to assume, from the entire game itself rather than just us. So it does seem to be a little bit unfortunate there in that regards. Connection to the host has been lost, which you know, definitely is a little bit unfortunate. That we will need to sort that out eventually for that stage. But I mean, in the meantime, I mean, that was an interesting first map to begin with.
Very interesting. It was very, very close, just right till the end there. It was very seesaw with the score, so we saw that the Sanctum team really pulled ahead at the start there. Then the faction came back, then Sanctum came back again in that last hard point before we got out of the match there. So I'm not sure who I'd pick on that one. They're both very even hardpoint sides.
Yeah, definitely, of course, with that connection issue happening with the host itself, which we do believe was the host itself, that ruling from the admins of this competition might might grant one of those teams that victory. Either way, we need to go to a quick break while we get that sorted, and we'll be back soon with either map number 1 on the hardpoint again, or moving on to the map number 2.